viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another haul video. Here we have some figures that I picked up from people on Facebook. The Wasp and Reaper I got from one person, and the Huntress from DC Direct, that came from Frank Lack. So I have no idea where I got the other two Marvel Legends from. The messages for that person are gone, so I don't know if they disabled their Facebook account or what, but thank you, mystery person, whoever you are. Got a very good deal. I know I beat David Walton to that Wasp he was looking for, so sorry, David. I needed her for a backup in case anything happens to mine. This one is in pretty good shape paint apps wise. The gold in the middle is missing some paint down the center, so hopefully I can touch that up without too many issues. And the gold is bleeding into the black in the center of her chest just a little bit, so that should be pretty easy to fix. And then the Reaper, I want to, in my last haul video I mentioned that I wasn't a fan of how that cape kind of doesn't, it sits high and it doesn't come completely around to the front of his neck, so I want to get some sculpt and completely add sculpt around the entire front there, so it doesn't look so weird, and it won't be sitting up off of his shoulders so high as well. But otherwise, figure's in really good condition. The paint pretty damn good. The paint is a little bit faint in the sculpt in just a couple spots, but not super bad. And the Huntress, I'm extremely excited that we're finally going to get a Mockingbird, but we're getting a modern Mockingbird, not classic Mockingbird, and I wanted this head to use for a classic Mockingbird. Fortunately, these bodies, most of the DC Directs are pretty good in scale with Marvel Legends, but this one is a little bit small, or at least the head is a little small, so you know, you can tell just in comparison to that Wasp. It's a little bit small for most Marvel Legends, but I do have some DC UC females who are a little bit smaller, and I think that's what I'll probably end up using for my custom Mockingbird. So wish me luck with that endeavor, and let's move on to the next items. Next up, we have the 3 3/4 inch Ant-Man with his giant flying ant. This came from Toys R Us, and it was initially supposed to ship with my Ultron wave of Ant-Man Marvel Legends, but they didn't have stock at the time, so fortunately they shipped it out free of charge, so happy about that. What I'm not happy about is being able to see how poor the paint apps are on mine. I will show him in a little bit with the figure out of the package, but yeah, I was kind of excited for this figure. Normally I don't collect 3 3/4 inch, but you know, I want to use them for multi-scale display, or MSD in ACBA terms. But after watching reviews, I know Century Productions did a review of this figure, and the legs are kind of a nightmare, so I'm hoping that I can glue them to get them to work for me, or find some other permanent solution. But yeah, I know that it's not going to be a great figure, but $20, not gonna lose any sleep over it. I can hopefully fix it and make it work for what I want. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the last set of items. Finally this week, from the Disney Store online, I was able to snag the Marvel Select Ant-Man, 2 of these, and I had been calling my local Disney Store kind of like every day, asking them when they were going to be getting it in. They couldn't tell me. They never got it in on their daily shipments, so I just kept stocking their website, and over the 4th of July weekend they had free shipping, so I pulled the trigger on these guys. I am really excited for the movie. It comes out this Thursday. I've already got my tickets, so I'm hoping that it's going to live up to my expectations. but I'm a huge Ant-Man fan, so I wanted to get him to go along with the 3 3/4 inch one that I just got, and the 6-inch Marvel Legends version. So yeah, so far the paint apps look okay. I'm glad I got two because one is definitely better than the other, and I can probably mix and match as far as heads and helmets and the little miniature Ant-Man he comes with. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack him out of the package and get him lined up with the other similar sized figures. Here we have the Marvel Select Ant-Man out of the package next to the 3 3/4 inch and 6-inch Ant-Man from Marvel Legends, and I guess that would be Marvel Universe, Marvel Infinite series. The Marvel Select figure is pretty damn nice. Overall, very happy with it. The pegs for the hands pop out very easily. The head is a little bit more challenging to get out, and I'm not a huge fan of the way that they engineered those cables. Would have rather have seen them. Well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, I was thinking it would be better to have the cables permanently attached to the helmet, but if you take the helmet off, it's going to look funky. So I guess this was the best solution that they came up with, and I think they did a pretty damn good job on the Paul Rudd head. Mine's just missing a tiny bit of paint there on the top of his hair, but the likeness is quite good. This one is a little bit better than the other one that I picked up. The eyes are a little bit cleaner and the lips aren't quite so pink, so might need to tone that down just a little bit, but I think they did a good job with the 5 o'clock shadow there. And yeah, I don't know what it is with Marvel and their movie characters like Star-Lord. They always want to give them 5 o'clock shadows. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm still excited to see the movie. I have to see that on Thursday. And the 3 3/4 inch figure, yeah, I don't understand why they made him so bright with that glossy red paint, and you can see it does not match the other three figures here in the setup, so I'm definitely going to have to dull that down. I mean, the paint is chipped there in the upper part of his chest anyway, so and the mask is pretty spotty. The eyes definitely did not get painted very well on the helmet. The flying ant, it's frustrating that the wings are very secure in the sides, but the legs, they're very poorly engineered. Those sockets are just not big enough and not tight enough for those legs to really. Fortunately, I didn't have to struggle too much. I got him in that pose pretty much immediately, but I can see how for some folks they're probably much worse than this one. So don't know what exactly I'm going to do yet with that, but hopefully I can figure something out. Alright, with that, hopefully you guys liked the video, you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
That's Chris.